Hey everybody, it's Kris at Oak Street Garden Shop. Let's talk plants. So I've talked a little bit about how I like foliage in the garden and in pots. So I thought, well, I'm just going to gather a lot of foliage plants for the winter that you can use with your pansies and your snapdragons and your violas, and just talk a little bit about leaves. I love leaves. I love flowers. Don't get me wrong, I love flowers. Look at what I'm wearing. I love flowers. But leaves are really cool because they hold the garden together. So I'm going to talk a little bit about all the winter flowering plants that you can use and just give you some examples. Number one, workhorse of the garden, Aspidistra or cast iron plant. Really wonderful for height in a planter. You could combine it with some of the Heucheras. You can combine it with autumn fern. See the color on that leaf? You can combine it with all the different Heucheras. Heucheras are in a class all by themselves for winter. There are so many beautiful patterns of leaves. This is one of my favorites right here. It's a real silvery leaf with a green vein. This is another that has more of a red tone to it. It would work really beautifully with some creeping jenny and maybe a little white or yellow little viola. One thing to remember with more of these shade plantings is that violas do a little better than pansies and less sun. Keep that in mind. The Heuchera will handle some sun through the winter. It's primarily a shade plant, but in the wintertime I've had it in sun planters and it's done beautifully. The main thing you want to remember and be mindful about with Heuchera is that it doesn't want to stay too wet, okay? Good drainage, good potting soil. Always in pots use the best potting soil. We carry Fafford. That's my favorite potting soil. That's what we carry. The other foliage plants that I talked about before are the ornamental cabbages and kales, and that's what this is here. This is red boar kale. Look at that color. As the temperatures get colder, it darkens up. Another one that darkens up through the temperatures and the temperature drops are the mustards. This is red giant, and this is another called red frills. Little frillier leaf on that one. It's real pretty, but they darken up. The leaves are beautiful on those. And think about combining them with something like a chartreuse, little Heuchera, and then pansies or violas with that. So those are some of the things that you can use with your flowers through the winter. Don't ever forget about leaves. They're very important. They add a lot of color and interest to your plantings. We'll see you soon. We're here from 9 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday.